Live.
Yeah. Think we're live.
We're live.
We're
Live.
live.
Barely. Barely, but still. But still. How you holding up, man?
I got to sleep.
Hours.
4 hours left. 4 hours out of 20.
24. So,
So,
1/6 left to go. 1/6.
yes. That's how the math shakes out.
That's how the math shakes out. Da da da.
20 out of 24. 6.
Your mom is looking for people. She is in the chat. She is. Going, hey, what
Check
are
the
you guys
chat.
doing? What you doing?
Question.
We have questions? Yes, we have
I believe.
questions. We have questions? What are you
No,
looking for?
I'm
What are
looking
you
for.
talking about?
I'm trying to update my Facebook on the computer. So,
Oh my gosh, listen to him. He almost sleepy. Y'all go, you go make it.
man,
You come on,
man.
man. Come on, man.
Listen here, man. Listen here,
Listen,
man.
man. Somebody got
Listen
a
here,
full
man.
belly. They
Listen
got all
here.
like, oh, I'm
Listen here, man. Just
sleeping.
because I went vertical for a little bit doesn't mean I'm not with the cause, man.
Right now, I know that, man.
Okay,
I
man.
know that,
Okay.
dude.
I
I can't.
I solidarity as much as possible.
First off, I haven't looked at streams. I haven't looked at numbers. I haven't looked at. I definitely haven't looked to see has anybody been supportive of the.
I think that we've improved. I've seen some improvement
On which parts?
in numbers.
Yeah.
I've been trying to ignore it, like as far as I haven't been looking for specifics, like specific jumps and stuff. Not sure.
I don't know either. That you know what? In the end, I end up. No, I'm more attached to, and I know that what I'm supposed to be doing is going. You know what? I need everybody to, you know, send money or something, and I do. I do need that, but I can't spend a day like today and not have the most important thing to me be the gratitude I feel for everybody's support.
I feel so grateful for the amount of support we've already have gotten that
You,
I don't even want to ask for money at the.
it just doesn't feel
It
it
doesn't
right.
feel
It
right
doesn't feel
because
right.
it
And I mean, I
feels
know
like
that's
it feels like I've felt so much more love and support than I normally feel
mm,
that I'm grateful for what we got, and
right.
I'm
Well,
just kind of like trying to take it in, like if it means a lot that so many people want to help.
well, yeah.
That means something.
That's something meaningful to
That's
them.
that's very tangible to me. I'm gonna try and give him
Okay.
a ring.
Ringy dingy, ding ding.
Ring it. That's from a song, isn't it? Ding 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 ding.
No, 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 no.
I swear there's a song or something.
It's one ringy dingy, two ringy dingies.
Simon.
He's not. Yeah, I don't think he's available tonight.
I don't think either.
No, I don't.
Something must have come up.
Well, yeah,
Something.
he seems like a man on the move.
Yep.
A
He's
man
got a
on the
lot going
move.
on. So we'll get him one of these days.
We will.
You know,
We will.
we shall. We
Where are you
shall
from?
see. Where am I from? I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm from I'm from Linden. I'm a Linden kid. What's
Linden
going
kid.
on?
God. I guess I'm Michigan. I've lived in Ohio longer than I ever lived in Michigan. I mean, my
Okay.
first memories are Michigan, but
Would you say you grew up in Ohio more or Michigan?
it'd have to be Ohio. Because I mean, my memories were out of Michigan by kindergarten or first grade.
Okay.
Um, and then we're up in Michigan for another year or two after Bucyrus. But
Enough that you can remember Michigan, but probably not as well as you Ohio.
depends which part of Michigan.
Okay.
So we went up to Escanaba in Upper Michigan after. So we lived up.
That's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
Okay, gotcha.
closer to Canada,
Got you.
closer to Wisconsin actually.
Okay.
Um, so I remember that was living right on the lake. David mentioned some memories of us fishing that I remember. It was a bridge or some, I don't know. For some reason, I think I sort of remember that. It could just be a picture in my head. I don't know. So, your first memories, said 10 million times, but what are they again? I'm
Um,
tired enough that you can tell me some more.
I've got some new ones, but there's this picture I have of me with a big Guyanese flag on my cheek. And I see the picture and I can kind of sort of piece together the party and how it happened a little bit.
The memory.
Yeah, I can kind of sort of piece together the memory, but I see the picture and I know that the event happened. But I don't really, it's not clear.
Okay, I'll give you. I
What's
remember
yours?
my brother dressed in a turkey, like dressed as a turkey, and it was, I think, just a coat inside out and a pointy thing over his nose or something. I don't
Okay.
know. That's a memory.
I remember dressing up as Bible Man for for Halloween one year.
How'd that go?
It was pretty good
That
because well, my grandmother's job, she brought me to work with her that year at Halloween. I remember I
mm,
went to both my grandmother's and my mom's jobs. I went to both for Halloween and I was dressed up as Bible Man, and it was I had a lot of fun. I remember really enjoying
that's
myself.
all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that really
That's all
matters.
that matters.
Yeah.
That that's all that matters.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
What's the next one? Hold on. How do you work?
You know what? As far as I know, I don't. I basically am just a guy that stays at home and it's on the computer. I can't. No,
I would say
how, what? I don't know.
I would say that your work is social interaction.
Mm.
Like that I think it seems to me that you take pride in social interaction and your ability to be social, and it it borders on a job for you. Not
No,
like a negative connotation of a
well,
job, just it's a job for it's a very serious thing for you.
I've come to the I think I'm obsessed with people needing to feel seen.
Mhm.
In general, what that would mean, I desperately want to be seen.
Right.
I don't have some desire for famous. That's the, that's where you get the whole, no, I don't want money. I don't
I
want
would
this. I
rather
don't
be
want.
understood by a person than to have every person see me.
That's, see, when I say see, I mean under.
Yeah,
No,
when
that's
I
what I
say
mean. When I say
so
understood,
yeah,
that's what I
I
mean
would
by seeing. Yeah.
yeah, okay,
I
okay,
don't
okay.
mean
I got
see
you.
visually. I
I
mean
got you.
see me. Like
Right.
see me for me as opposed
You say
to,
see and understand as one and the same.
yeah. When
Okay.
I'm talking about people needing to feel seen,
Hmm?
it's that you want somebody to want to listen just as intently.
So mine, I would say that I want I want I would rather one person see and understand me and fully know who I am than the masses to have some sort of image of me and to know my name and my face and stuff like that. Like I'd rather affect one person greatly than the masses. Granted, I do want to affect the masses. That's my plan. That's the goal. Um I would say that my work is a lot of it is doing the quote unquote everyday grunt work
Well,
involved in making stuff. I mean, I post
you
episodes
work hard.
constantly. I try to work on music constantly. I try to keep a good balance of things going. I think I do a pretty good job of it. I've At least
Dude,
so far I
you've
think I've been doing a
gotten
pretty good job.
no.
I think.
So we have both gone through moments where what we were doing was shutting down, having problems in our work, finding any kind of rhythm to it.
Right.
That's a lot of working our way through winter into spring, and somehow, how do I work?
Mm.
You know what? Yeah, so I'm not very good at my social interactions right now. I paid for most of them this week. Um, that I to a great extent am letting this happen sometimes more than making it happen. Feels
Mm.
like things will just,
Fix themselves almost.
oh, absolutely. Well, or the way they broke made you think about something in a way that made it when they broke you had the right answer.
I think every problem I've ever had, I'm willing to bet there's someone that I know that knows how to solve that problem. I just I have to be a good enough friend in order to see that person.
Mm.
I have to be a good enough friend to understand that person, and I have to make sure that they feel seen and heard and that they feel comfortable. And whatever they feel comfortable with helping, they're going to help.
Well,
And whatever that turns into, it's going to turn into. It's putting as much positive energy as I can into the world and hoping that some of that comes back.
well, it's
Not expecting it to come back, but
so I
hoping,
hit
I
I hit
guess.
this I hit this weird wall where it's like everybody has said really really positive things today. I mean, really positive
Yeah.
things. They've you know what, I believe in what you're doing.
This was really
This
good
is
for my positive reinforcement,
meaningful.
trust
This
me.
is my problem is I'm afraid I'm not attached to success. And so when those things come up, I'm not sure how to react because I'm like, well, I don't want to jinx it. I don't
Well,
want to jinx it.
I wanna jump around a little bit. What do you fear? Since this is where we are this second.
What do I fear?
Yeah, what do you fear?
What I really fear is I won't be able to get it out fast enough.
Mm,
I fear
that it's not gonna be able to.
that I waited too long or that
Mm,
I was supposed to do this sooner, even though in my head, I know that that's not, I know that I can't be anywhere but here. There's no
mhm.
point in those thoughts.
Right.
I don't have any way of controlling where tomorrow is.
Mhm.
So in general, ever and it's to our detriment sometimes that everybody wants me to be looking at the piece, the other pieces. And so today I meant it. You know, remember last I told you Saturday, I said, no, come Sunday night, I'm gonna click the switch and
We're gonna we're gonna go.
I'm not
We're
Windows
gonna
isn't
yeah.
I'm not pulling Mozilla back up after that. I'm not looking at anything. I'm not
Yeah, I get it.
going there.
I get it.
I can't let my head do it.
No, I understand. I completely understand because you will do your head in trying to chase numbers and trying to get growth and trying to stay consistent with your growth.
I don't look at any of them.
Man,
I reposted my crappy little book. I don't go look. I know that
you don't
um
gotta call it crappy.
I know,
It's your book, man.
tired.
I
It's
know.
like I'm getting, you get mopey, and I
Yeah,
it's that I'm really good at
yeah.
keeping at it.
Keeping
But
it
if I
together.
but and I could hold all day asking other people questions and giving them examples that make it all
Man,
delightful.
I've never been this good at being this positive. Like, being positive is not easy for me. If you know me, then you know that that's a very true statement.
right?
It's
But
not very easy.
there
But
were
this
reasons to
makes
be
it
positive,
easy. There was a lot of good reasons to be positive. I haven't seen a reason to be negative yet.
how is that possible?
I don't know. It's scary.
How do
It's
you schedule
dude. I
this is baling wire and duct tape, brother.
the closest I've gotten is maybe a couple cancels. And that's even that I wasn't even that phased by it. It was like, okay, keep moving.
What
It
were you
was
gonna
like,
do?
what are you gonna do? You know what? You gotta keep moving. You get on with the show.
You gonna vamp?
You going vamp.
The only thing that sucks is, and we're gonna vamp next hour too.
You know? Sometimes you gotta vamp for a little while, you know?
Sometimes, you know what? But there's a real skill to what we're doing, and we don't think about it because, excuse me, we started off by just doing it.
Yeah.
You know what? A
Can't you-
wise friend said, well, why don't you listen to podcasts and go see what podcasters are doing? And I know that that's not the most reasonable. I'm not. How do I say? You know what? I'm not looking for my audience, in the sense of I'm not trying to change what I'm saying to find an audience.
No, I understand what you're saying. You don't want to compromise the message of the audience.
Right.
And that's a very I would say that's the way that you should approach it. In that if you're constantly compromising your message for your audience, you won't have a message.
Well, I don't think anybody was trying to
Well,
suggest that I
no,
compromise my message, but
no.
I do feel like yes, what we're doing is a little different.
I don't think anyone's pushing for that, but I will say
No, I
that-
didn't. I don't think anybody was.
Yeah,
I wasn't-
yeah.
No, I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, I don't think either of us do. It's just I know for a fact that sometimes a little change here and a little change there can really tweak something and turn something into something else.
Oh,
You know?
now he's giving it to me from the other side. See how it is.
So what I'm saying is sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta tough it out. We gotta go on here and we gotta do the shows and we gotta get it done.
I have kind of tried to go with the idea it morphs organically.
Mm.
That it's too consistently fallen into the place we needed it to be in ways that you're like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that, oh, you know what, I'm just betting on luck. I don't mean that. It's maybe more like Janelle's, I'm trying to feel it, or
Right.
it was interesting that the Kickstarter stuff all went down at the time it did. I could have
Because it went down right before. We could have really turtle shelled, but we
Well,
didn't.
if it had happened a bunch sooner than that, I might have sat there and kept fighting with it instead of finding a different solution.
Instead of
But it made
yeah.
me focus on
The problem.
project and. Oh
Where
my-
are you, Scooby Doo?
Well, you're the one that's got my phone, bud. I don't know what it said.
Apologies.
Oh, Jesus.
It
LinkedIn.
was something.
I got 6 new notifications on LinkedIn.
Man, don't nobody care about LinkedIn right now.
You know,
No, I'm just.
no, it's true though. What I care about is the effect.
Right.
Not maybe the effect on me. Maybe I should quit going, how does that affect other people? That part I can't control that.
How does it affect other?
Well, how does it affect the people we've spoken to? I know how it affects me.
I think it affects the other people we've spoken to positively because
They've said
so far, it seems that most people feel very positive about what we're doing and they want to help in any way that they can.
Yeah.
It seems that so far
That's humbling to me.
that's very humbling because it means that we struck a chord with a lot of people. It means that we hit on a message that's very fundamental in people. That's a very different thing from that's very different from what a lot of people end up doing, which is building their own echo chamber on the internet, which is different. That's a different thing. I don't want an echo chamber. I want everyone.
No, I get, but I get that interest though too. No, I have I understand the idea of more secure safe
Mm,
spaces. I mean, and no offense to any women, but those are spaces that we've tried to provide for women previously, and I think to some
mm.
extent, maybe men used to have boys clubs or something, I guess.
I mean, I think it's a good thing that people, generally speaking,
Mm-hmm.
which is a place that they feel that they can speak and they can say what they need to say, they can get off what they need to get off, and that that space is free to them, and that space is accessible to them, and that's more important to me than anything that money can buy.
Well, that I think over and over, and it's interesting because we've talked to people today about making room for themselves.
Hmm?
We talk a lot about space,
Right.
the final frontier,
The final
to
frontier.
go where no man. No, I'm just well, but that it's like, and I started thinking about it. I know that for me, some of it was I haven't been good at I'm not good at setting boundaries for my space, and so it's hard to find places where you feel like what you can do is open up. That it was meaningful to me to create a space where you and I felt like we could open up and then move that into a broader realm. And to translate that beyond just the spoken word to the idea that all of those things we do, music,
Hmm.
that all of those things contribute to this rich story. These stories, that in the end make up the one story that is these crazy monkeys dancing all over this planet. You know, that I don't know what's possible yet, nor may I ever. I don't know. You don't know where your seeds will fall or what will grow. But if I don't try,
Mm.
it's
If I don't, if I don't scratch my head, I will forever be unsatisfied.
if you feel called to do something
Yes.
and you no and you ignore it, you will spend the rest of your life wondering what if
What if?
and
Yeah.
who you let down.
Yeah. Who you let down, who you didn't help, who you didn't,
And if you're
what
not
you didn't
willing to commit
achieve.
because you have kids, they'll put a grandchild in your day. Now we've got aliens giving me a direction. They will put a grandchild.
they
They,
they built the
E.T.
pyramids for their next big trick, messing up Matt's life. No, I'm just
Yeah, right.
playing.
No, that Scooby Doo. I can. William Townsend. William Thomas. Dowsel.
For a
Dow.
second, I thought you said Peter Townsend, and I was like,
Peter
when did we
Townsend.
talk to
Yes,
Peter
Peter
Townsend?
Townsend is on the phone
Peter Townsend is on the
at
phone.
this very moment.
Ooh,
Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh. That, why am I here? What if I told you one day I felt like it was because I was supposed to save the world?
I believe you.
What do you do with that?
I mean, figure out a plan of action, start taking those steps. Otherwise, you're just like what's his name from Invader Zim?
I have no
It's not Invader
idea
Zim.
whatsoever.
No, it's
I
what are we gonna do to Pinky in the Brain? What are we
take
gonna
over the
do
world.
today? Take over the world.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually.
Well, we talk about, it doesn't matter how many times you fall down, as long as you get up one more time than you fell
Right.
down. And it all sounds
I think we've
great.
got a pretty good plan of attack as far as like I think most people generally speaking can get behind what we're trying to do. I think so. Even if they don't always agree with the stories we want to hear, I think that most people can get behind the idea of other people need to be heard, other people a voice. I need new.
Yeah.
voices to hear. I need.
Well, it's hard to not feel like when you want to look at what people are unheard.
Mm,
Wow. How many people are sitting around going, "Yeah, that's the way I think we should do that."
mm,
And or maybe not. I don't know, because you know what? That's such an attachment to one side or the other.
right.
And but the BS is, you can look at anybody and they go, "You can't trust none of them."
I tell you what though, like you you definitely hit on like the fact that the whole system, like the way I'm speaking specifically about the music business right now,
Right.
but the whole system, the way it's set up is all about money. And it shouldn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to.
No.
I don't think it has to.
The money should start at the artist, not
In this age, the money shouldn't have to be about. I mean, the music shouldn't have to be about money anymore.
I think honestly that it shouldn't, that it should be possible to build a platform that what it does just brings up artists that then pay for the platform.
Yep.
I mean, I literally thought about the idea that if you want the definite, like, you know what, if somebody gets a hold of us and says, "Can you interview this person?" They say they want it. That interview is worth just as much. If you donate me an hour, whether it's that person or that person or that person, famous to not or whatever, I don't care. That it's meaningful. And literally, you can fund something this small by
Mm.
one person doing a 1 hour interview.
Yep.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
If there's one person that goes, "You know what, I believe in this studio."
Pick up a phone, man. You got a phone and some headphones? Pick them up. Call us.
Who we calling? Who we trying to talk to? Bill Murray?
Man,
Murray.
I want to talk to everybody.
Bill Murray. Bill Murray.
Bill Murray's on that list, though.
Bill Murray is our spirit animal.
Yeah.
You
He's
know
the
what?
studio spirit animal.
He really is. You can't not believe in him.
He's
Well,
he's cool people.
but at the same time, I say that like I don't want that to come across as we joke about something like that. Like, no, 20 plus people, 3, 4 weeks, month of May. That's what we did. You know, that we came in. Lion, no, that's April. That we walked into May going, we have to. This is the next
Well,
step.
I want to say that I believe we did 10 episodes leading up to somewhere around 10, and then we've also done 10 episodes as of now.
Yeah, right.
Today,
Right.
today. So we're easily at 20, 25 somewhere.
The amazing thing is, so like, how many episodes did you guys have? Oh my God, we got left.
Well, it goes by quicker than you think, especially when you're doing a 24-hour show.
Well, that's a valid point. It is good for the show to do a 24-hour show because that'll get more people.
It'll get more, gets more traffic.
Well,
who knows? Maybe if we fill up to it, we'll do it again in 6 months.
You know what? This is the man of the best was that yesterday that you were like, dude, just tell me we don't have to do this again anytime soon.
Well, no, I feel like with the amount of help that we've had, I feel like in a couple months we might almost be in a better position to do this again.
Well, then in 6 months we might not have to do all like
we might not have to do every single job, so we might we might not have to wear all of the hats, so we might be a little bit more inclined to put that hat
There'll
on.
be other people in the office that
Yeah.
aren't allowed to look us in the eye and have to stare down at the floor and walk around. Is that what
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I need.
That's what I need. No.
I need a guy that fills my 1 gallon jugs. Sometimes I forget I run out of water, guys. Sorry.
No,
I did now, as a matter of fact.
No, I feel so good that we were able to do this. I feel so grateful. I'm in a really like blissful place right now. Like mentally, physically, I feel really, really, really good.
That's good.
It's scary because I haven't felt this good in a long time. And It feels good to feel this good.
that you go through, which, each and every one of these people were the, like, it, and I know I'm on and on about how much that means to me. And I don't mean to drive people crazy with that if it does. This is the way you change the world. And what's meaningful is you look down and you see. And the big, if you want to know what makes everybody go, you know what we don't have any hope? Is we don't expect anybody to show up.
I think when you keep showing up for the people that show up for you, you grow.
That people show up.
People more consistently show up. When you're there for the people that are there for you, people are there.
Showing up show up more often if you show up showing up for showing up.
Yeah. If you show up for the people that show up, then maybe they'll show up a little bit more often when you show
know what?
up.
I think that sentence actually made
sense.
I have lost complete use of my mouth.
Watch me do a Brando.
It is official. We have reached maximum overload.
We have reached the maximum overload. I'm now talking like the rabbit from Roger
Will
Rabbit.
Robinson, Danger Will Robinson.
Whoa.
Who is that now?
The rabbit from Roger Rabbit. That's
it is
my
not.
Best attempt.
Yeah, wow,
that was. It was bad. It was pretty bad.
You saw
it was
like
laughable at best.
Was that like a dollar store release of like
the dollar
store release?
I think I slipped into the rabbit from the Mad Hatter.
You know what? I'm just glad you're here, man.
I'm trying.
No. That's not what I meant.
Okay.
It was not like a judge yourself.
Okay.
Don't get in your head like that. No, I'm just telling you. I'm glad you're here.
Okay.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad
doing
you're here.
This with. Well, thank you.
I'm glad we're here. That cannot be a thing. Stop that. That cannot be a thing.
I don't know if you've noticed, folks. He's actually black.
That was mighty polite. That was mighty white of you. Like, what, bro?
I love you, man. I remember the first. It was like the first or second choice. Well, this is the idea, and I don't know if you've noticed, we don't look the same.
I don't know if you noticed, but we kind of look different. I think if you squint hard enough, you can tell the difference.
For instance, my glasses are a different shape than yours. He has a bracelet on. I do not.
Spot the difference.
I have earrings. 2 of them.
He has a beard. I do not. You see the difference?
Ladies and gentlemen, we may have to take a brief moment to stop laughing at ourselves. I want you all to know that this joy is yours. This isn't just ours. This is feeling. You
guys can feel good about this too.
Feel good.
We did a good thing today, I think.
I don't even.
I think we did a good thing today. We, exactly. That's why I said we. I looked at the camera when I said it. Hey, we did a good thing today, okay?
You know what?
You
Anthem
need to know
Republic.
That. Anthem Republic.
Nairobi, Kenya.
Nairobi.
David Hayes.
San
Francisco, California.
Okay, San Fran.
Grant Dwyer. Still somewhere on the east coast of Australia.
North of Sydney. North of Sydney.
Down.
We know that.
I know I wrote it
We know
down.
north of Sydney. That's what we know.
It's some city north of Sydney or something.
You know, I really did try to write it down. I was going to try.
Somewhere north of Sydney. I remember it.
Somewhere north of Sydney.
Yeah.
Somewhere north of Sydney.
Dream sequence.
Dreams. Shoot, Michael Anchors.
Yep, London.
It's not technically London.
Is it okay,
I think it's Sheffield.
No, it's outside of London.
It's outside. Either way, it's
okay.
Yes.
UK.
UK.
United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom.
United Kingdom, yes.
Jeff Pollock. Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland
rocks.
Yes.
The one, the only Bent Hayes, gamer
Ooh,
extraordinaire,
straight out of Columbus.
right? Straight out of Columbus, Twitcher extreme. Twitch, that just doesn't even. And he twitches. Oh man, Tony Williams. Tony Williams from
Baltimore/New York.
you know what? Baltimore/New York. He's in
Yeah.
Baltimore these days.
He's in Baltimore now.
But oh my God, the stories all over New York,
Dude,
going up to
man.
upstate New York,
Dude,
up to
all over the place, man. He's got stories in every borough, seems like.
playing a little harmonica with Ian Anderson,
Dude.
back behind the old. I mean, okay, he didn't perform at Woodstock. He performed at Woodstock, so he was
Yes.
backstage with some guys where he snuck in and they started jamming. I was like, holy cow!
Dude, I can't even imagine.
Right?
Jamming at Woodstock. Just, man.
Echo Hayes.
Yes. Florida. Right?
Yes.
Somewhere in Florida.
Yes.
Okay.
Tampa St.
Trying to
Pete.
keep
We'll
track.
go Tampa St. Pete. I'm awful at like specific. You know, Thomas Dowdswell, who is wanting a copy of his. He really
Czechoslovakia.
Slovakia.
Slovakia, sorry.
Or well, technically, it always confuses me. It does.
I combine the two because I play World War II games.
Oh, they don't.
It's-
That doesn't.
I know it doesn't exist anymore. It's the Czech Republic and Slovakia now. I think he was in the Czech Republic.
So who all? Okay, wait a minute. 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. we ran music, but who all did we have on for the music? Oh my God, Iggy. I'm sorry.
Iggy, we forgot Iggy. I'm sorry.
Iggy Garcia, Columbus Drum
Come
Circles.
on.
Oh my God, brother. I never. There's lots of. See, there's
so many
There's
people,
so
man.
many marks on there now.
It's unlegible.
Well, illegible. Okay.
One of those words.
The music.
The
Who
music.
all, so
So
you,
we had
you the
you
Cypher,
the Cipher, we had Caesar,
Caesar,
and we had Tiff.
and we had Tiff.
Yes.
And Ross.
And Ross. Yes.
And Ross.
And Ross.
Because I think you made an appearance with all those people on all of them.
Columbus and New York. So Columbus and New York. 3 of them were Columbus, and then 1.
What are you?
I'm Columbus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
repping for
Columbia
Columbus,
York or New
Columbia
New
York.
Columbus.
Columbia, York.
Well, and okay, and we ended up doing 10 questions with Tiff on top of it all.
Yeah.
know, at
Yeah,
the
we
end.
did. We did.
We rolled into Sarah.
Yep.
Like a freight train.
Columbus.
Columbus, Gahanna, whatever.
Same
That
thing.
you know what, and Sarah really opens up. She's got a lot going on,
Mm-hmm.
and it's space to be.
Space to be yourself.
Yeah, just to
Yeah.
yeah that. You know what? Out for a little supper.
Yep.
We vamped a little bit. We vamped.
We vamped.
You know, we vamped
You
in a
know.
van down by the river. No, we vamped in the van. I was vamping in a van.
I went full vamp on them.
And then, you know what? Paul and I took about a half hour and talked about, his work with the Wise Men Group, what it means to him, the idea of how
How did that go?
You know what? We talked the idea that truly giving service is laying down all judgment so you can just be there for people.
Right.
Be present.
Right.
That I mentioned, the Thich Nhat Hanh and the being there for somebody as a compassionate listener is just the most important gift you can give each other.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing either.
You know what? Sit down and ask each other 10 questions and
Go
record it, but talk about it while you do it.
Yeah.
It really works best if you you kind
you
of two
chat,
people
if you
do it
go
and you
back and
chat as you.
forth.
Yeah. They're all gonna get tired of my answers soon. We're gonna have to get somebody, but we're gonna make up answers. I don't know. There I was in lowest, deepest. I don't know, somewhere. But it's very true that one of the things Paul and I talked about was the idea that to some extent we're both very much, I think, I hate, I don't ever want to speak for anybody, but it's the idea of being committed to creating those spaces in different ways.
Mhm.
Paul talks about a secure container. We talk about a very open discourse. but it's because they serve different purposes. It's not because one's more valid than the other. Can you imagine if group therapy had been a public thing?
Right.
So, I mean, there's degrees.
Right.
There are degrees.
There are varying degrees of separation, but I think that this can be a light for some people that can't get to those other degrees.
I hope so.
I hope that this is a place where people feel like they can be themselves, so that they feel comfortable going into the world being themselves. That's really all I ever want, is for people to be themselves and to be comfortable in themselves, whatever that manifests into. Do your thing.
Well, it was sitting here going, in a space where you feel like you can make noise so that you can be heard.
That's important.
You know what? We'll be back in probably about 30 to 45 minutes. We'll do another we'll probably vamp again real quick. And then, you know what? 10 to midnight, I've got my great friend Josh Garrison with us. And then 11 to 12, Unusual Buddha is going to be joining it's going to be 4 of us. We're wrapping it up. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I'm interested in talking to both of them about maybe what their thoughts are.
Right.
On the experience,
on the
or
day.
what I don't know. I'm interested in a debriefing from a different perspective. Oddly,
Okay.
I figured we might hit Josh up 10 questions, 10 to 11,
Well,
And
we
then-
shall see.
then roll into the next one.
Let's
Roll and
see how this wave's gonna turn out.
wow, this wave's gonna turn out.
Yep.
You know what? It'll be what it'll be.
It'll be what it'll be.
We shall see. We shall see. It will be. It'll be.
Sounds like the song
If
from the
you
Lorax.
have to hear me sing, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Bada bing.
Bada bing.
Bye.